So Mike Holmes is rebuilding First Nations housing. He's making a pledge to make it right. Ain't that your job, Mr. Harper? Now, please, excuse my spite, but do the rules not apply to the red-skinned masses because they tote eagle feathers and smoke sweet grasses? It took you 2 days to hit flooded white communities and been 2 years since Nicky lost his immunity to the mold in his basement that grows where it's dim, because each year in his basement you could go for a swim. And his mama stopped trying, she just lets it in and embraces a boy in the dry spot. Mr. Harper, this is real. I didn't write it, I'm just telling the story of the very undelighted and the very blindsided by this tragedy. It's tragic, but they go unprovided for. It's the last thing they was hoping for. If it was you, I wouldn't ask what you was doping for. Maybe now you understand what I'm moping for, and if you're not gonna help, just say so. Because right now, they don't know what they're coping for. And why bother? I mean, your inaction speaks louder than your residential school apology. Mama is weepy and the kids are sleepy but awake cause the house is so damn creaky that it's almost creepy. You promised them a house but they'd rather a teepee. Maybe then they'd stay dry and out of the cold. At least then the roof would only have one hole. Mr. Harper, when the holes in your promise become the holes in the dike, it's your job to plug them. Thanks anyways, Mike. I mean, somebody tell me, how is it that our First Nations people live like second-class citizens in third world conditions in the UN's fourth best country in the world to live? Somebody asked that question on W5, because out in Treaty Number 6, they're just trying to survive. Hungry for seventh heaven, but they already ate. A belly full of lies. Little Nicky almost died many times. Who said only a cat has 9 lives? So he breathes, but he cries. No surprise, dry his eyes. That's 10 reasons why we should try. Wow. I mean, you said these rights would last just as long as the river. If not, it turns out you are the Indian giver. But whatever you decide behind closed doors, just remember, if you take their rights, then they ought to have yours.
Yes.
Oh. You forgot that your rights were treaty rights too? Forgot that Native peoples weren't lesser than you? Forgot that this land is still unknown and you default but reserve the right to cast the first stone? Excuse my tone, but I'm gonna speak for those with no voice of their own. Mr. Harper, you can take my house but not my home, and my pride is still alive. We traded land for rights, and if you want to trade back, start with Sussex Drive.